today.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. The numbers for Hearns last week. 8 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. So holding on the return, and that's going to... The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Being chased out left. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Ready?
Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Texans at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On the handoff, it's Akers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So hold.
Black 40. Ready.
On the give, this is Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
97.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll look to throw here. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Akers hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync.
Ready. Fight 60.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They win that number there.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
See if they can put...
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes the Texans now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, there's the option going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
On the set.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys... The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Kenny. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go. Here we go. 50 green. 10 cycles. Set. Go.
They'll look to throw again.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch.
First down now, but that clock rolling. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is down to 4. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Indianapolis, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Ready, ready. Black, 95. What twist? Ready, ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Texans had 8-3 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. He'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here's Akers.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Going right back to Akers.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. He'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown.
John Mechie.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Back to throw now on first down. This is caught by Hearns.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run this with Akers.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Yetur Gross-Matos in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Taken in at the 22. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flush to his right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go now. Red 38. Striker 3-3.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl. Ready.
They'll set up a throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The offense knew it. They were already...
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult. To do it right against these moving targets at full speed, hard to do.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down. Conversion.
Ready?
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Up the middle they go. Kenny, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And some space here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. So
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something.
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Set, hut, 50, green.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
43 rail. Ready, ready.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Second and 10.
95.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way.
Ready, break. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready, go.
He's back to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Over the middle, the connection to Hearns.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Hearns brings it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah. He hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Hey, check Mega.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and with it, they have taken the lead.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Texans, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with